This is the first step on the road to crowning the inaugural Iron Fist champion, and what a better way to showcase that than this hard-hitting clash. We have coming down to the ring, the Mad Dragon, the Tsar himself, Ijla Dragunov. In this first match bout, he will be facing off against a man who is one of the hardest strikers to ever step foot in the squared circle, a legend in his own right, Chris Hero. This is a match that embodies grit, resilience, pure fighting spirit. This is what these competitors embody every time they step into the ring, and I cannot wait to see what these two have in store for us tonight.
Fight!
And immediately, Ijla taking control, or at least trying to here. And I can see the strategy coming from Ijla. You know, Chris Hero is a master strategist. He does not just hit you hard. He knows exactly where to strike to inflict the most damage as humanly possible. It is the experience that he has carried with him in matches like this, which gives him a unique advantage. But against a man like Ijla Dragunov, is he going to be able to handle it? Ijla is a man who does not take no for an answer. He never takes a step back. Hit him as hard as you want, he will keep moving forward. And that is why exactly here, Chris Hero taking him down, trying to work the arms, trying to wear down the Tsar. But there is no quit in Ijla Dragunov. He does not stay down for long. These kinds of matches is where he thrives. The stakes are high and the hits are harder. Into the corner now. Big boot right to the face in the corner. And Ijla with a reversal.
One.
And only a 1 count there from that exchange. This match is not going to be about flash. It is about pure brutality. These two are here to prove that they are the toughest men in Stronggate professional wrestling. And now these two are beginning to exchange strikes. Forearms and chops galore from these two. And it's going to be Ijla with the final blow. Every strike, every suplex, every move in this match is designed to break the other man down piece by piece. And from the starting bell, these two have wasted no time with that exact fact. It's already living up to the name as one of the most hard-hitting bouts of the tournament so far. And I would have to say to anyone watching this match, I would watch this with extreme caution, because whoever wins this match is going to be in a lot of confidence going into the next one. He's landing those lethal strikes. Ijla going off the ropes here, a big boot right to the head. Chris Hero back up though, but look at the power. H-bomb from the high heavens. 1, 2, and it's only a 2 count. Chris Hero using the size and experience to try and work the body of Ijla as he throws him outside of the ring. As he pulls him in here. Oh my God! A cradle pile driver right next to the rope. He's gonna go for it. It's just a 2 count though. Ijla with some offense of his own, and oh my goodness! That explosiveness, that power of Ijla Dragunov is second to none. I don't think there is a man in Stronggate that has the potential that Ijla Dragunov has. And he's absolutely going off here, fired up, the crowd feeding off of his intensity here. And another cravat suplex by Chris Hero. And a vicious elbow. And it's just a 2 count. And those elbows from Hero are no joke. But Ijla firing back with some chops here. Big kicks and enziguri combos connecting. And he picks him up again. Deadlift German suplex. Ijla firing back. Trying his luck here again, hooking the leg. Yet only another 2 count there. The Tsar hanging on. There's the X-Plex. Picks him right back up. Going off of all cylinders with a vicious lariat. 1, 2, and not enough again. Dragunov throwing caution to the wind, but Hero right there to break him down once more. And now, again, into the cradle. Pile driver, center of the ring. And he kicks out at 2 again. And these two are now firing off strikes again. And now these two men standing toe-to-toe here. Big lariat. Spinning elbow right to the dome. And another one just for the double tap. That's got to do it. 1, 2. And Ijla kicks out.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you can hear that crack throughout the arena. A vicious combination of strikes. Ijla firing back. These chops absolutely wrecking Chris Hero here as he goes off the rope. Big boot. A comeback, possibly. Shut down. Ankle pick, and look at this, wrenching the neck. Hero's already landing a lot of elbows. So working the neck is probably a good idea, but Ijla has been absorbing them, firing back with his own brutal offense here. Working the torso as much as possible. My goodness. And I can't even call the amount of times I've seen this man headbutt, elbow, and throw everything at him in the kitchen sink. And yet again, KO by Chris Hero. That's gotta do it. Oh my God. Another 2.5. This brother's made of metal. He's got a titanium skull. BC ball. Torpedo Moscow. Connecting flush. 1, 2, 3. And it is over. Dragunov advances in the Iron Fist Championship Tournament. Ijla going to war with Chris and coming out victorious. A performance of a lifetime by the Mad Dragon, showing us why he's a perfect fit for the Iron Fist Championship. But we have to continue on with the rest of the show. It's going to be Toni Storm versus Hikaru Shida for the Queen's Crown Championship Tournament. Now, we've already seen Momo and Deonna Purrazzo go to war last episode, and now these two women are going to step in the ring to see who will face Deonna in the next round. Toni Storm coming in here with a lot of history with Hikaru Shida. Of course, they've fought over the AEW Championship a number of times in the past, and of course, Toni winning this match will put her back on track to win another championship, but also to reunite with a former friend with Deonna across from her. But that is if she can get past Hikaru Shida.
Fight!
The two women meet up in the square circle here yet again for this hard-hitting contest. Toni Storm working the technical prowess here. Look at that. Back to form here like nothing's happened. As these two are again back into lock. And yet again, Toni Storm escapes. And now Toni Storm landing some strikes on Hikaru, which might not be the best movement here because, okay, I'm not too sure if that'll work in a match like this, but I guess you gotta do whatever you have to do to win a match, and this is a high-stakes matchup. This will lead into a second-round match for that Queen's Crown Championship. But as I was saying before, Hikaru Shida does, in my opinion, have a better advantage in the striking game, but when it comes to technical prowess, these two women are evenly matched. There's a dropkick to the leg there. Hot riding on this one as mentioned previously. Back to the ground again. Now in the headlock, but beautiful reversal with that Northern Light suplex, and then back to standing again. Already a fast-paced contest between these two. I mean, these two know each other so well. They have fought numerous times before, and this is just another day in the office for both of them. A lot of them know each other's moves. They know exactly what they're going to do before they even know. And now, another suplex there by Toni Storm. He's going to try and work that back. Of course, he has a lot of moves in her arsenal, but the main ones to look out for is that Storm Zero and, of course, the Tiger Driver. Some devastating moves there. And now to the center of the ring, vintage Toni Storm with that hip attack. And she's not going to try and pin yet. She wants to do some more damage. Leg drop to Hikaru. And a stiff shot. I'd watch out for that tooth. It might have flew into a kid's eye or something. And now back to it. More slaps to the face by Toni. Big elbows. Trying to strike her. Go band for band. Off the ropes now. Big drop kick to the leg. She's already hit that leg once before. That's probably where she's going to be targeting. And, I mean, Shida's already going off here. Schoolboy. Reversal, 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 reversal. Into the pin. And, oh, man. Headbutt. Golly. And those are stiff shots, and that's a Storm Zero. Connecting. Is that going to do it? Are we going to have a quick match here? No, Hikaru kicking out of the Storm Zero. Not going to be enough just yet. The crowd really into this matchup, and I can exactly see why. These two are putting on a show here. Technical master class. Speaking of which, we do have later on tonight another Iron Fist Championship Tournament match between Zack Sabre Jr. and Kyle O'Reilly. The winner will go on to face Buddy Matthews in the second round. But let's get back to this match right here. Shida throwing Toni off the rope. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Hooks the leg. Here comes the ref. One. Just a 1 count. My God. Not enough to put her away just yet. But you got to understand that these women have already been beating the living hell out of each other. And this is not the only women's match tonight. We will also have the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, taking on the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich, in the next Queen's Crown Championship Tournament. Wait a minute now. Only a 2 count off that Storm Zero. Not enough to push Shida away. And if I was another wrestler in this tournament, I would be watching this very closely. Toni Storm with a 3rd Storm Zero.
1, 2.
And Hikaru is kicking out of every single one. I mean, at this point in time, I think Toni Storm needs to take another move out of that bag because the Storm Zero is just not doing it here. Into the corner. Oh my goodness, running knee from the corner, hooks the leg, and it's only another 2 count. Toni Storm holding on here. Oh my God, was that the Storm 1? No, she's definitely pulling stuff out of her bag now. And now she puts her down with the clamps. Is that gonna put her away? No. Not enough, as these two women are now fired up and ready. German suplex into the boot, and she's still up with a roundhouse kick. Hooks the leg off of it. Is that gonna finish the match? No, it's another 2.9. The desperation beginning to set in for both of these competitors as these two begin to start throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks. Picks her up again. We've seen this before. 1, 2, 3, and Hikaru Shida, through sheer will and determination, will go on to the second round to face Deonna Purrazzo. And I cannot wait to see these two finally meet in the ring. But we need to move on. It is time for Kyle O'Reilly and Zack Sabre Jr. to go head-to-head in the Iron Fist tournament. The winner of this match will go on to face Buddy Matthews. Now, Buddy Matthews is watching this match intensely. He knows exactly how both men operate. And these are some of the most lethal grapplers you can see in that ring, especially Zack Sabre Jr. Kyle O'Reilly has a lot riding on this match. A win over Zack Sabre Jr. would be quite the upset and quite the confidence booster for Kyle O'Reilly. It would definitely shut a lot of critics up about him, and especially put a lot of momentum on him going into the second round. Honestly, I think the game plan here for Zack Sabre Jr. is to work those legs. He knows that the strongest parts of Kyle O'Reilly's body are his joints, those knees, the elbows. Those are the things you have to target if you want to defeat Kyle O'Reilly. Whereas for Kyle, the main plan is to also work the limbs. You're going toe-to-toe with one of the greatest technical wrestlers of the modern era. The one thing you need to do is try to break as much as possible on him. Snap an arm, snap a leg. Something to make Zack Sabre Jr. tap. And look at this, he's already going after the arm, trying to wrench the arm, and a vicious stomp right to that elbow. But Kyle O'Reilly answering back with a sturdy arm lock of his own, and now these two going back and forth. Locking the headlock, working the neck. Wrenching. Now on the arm hold. Easy escape, and now these two throwing elbows. Zack Sabre Jr. mixing it up with some kicks and chops here. Kyle with a final elbow to the dome. Now back into it. Off the ropes again! And a stiff elbow, and he's already on the attack. And this is what you have to do if you're Kyle O'Reilly. You need to be aggressive. You need to constantly attack Zack Sabre Jr. His main goal in this match is to wear down Kyle O'Reilly. Slow the match down. Slow the pacing down. Get into his head. And Kyle O'Reilly needs to just disregard that and attack him with everything he has off rip if he wants to win this matchup. He cannot let up for a second. And now again, Zack Sabre Jr. taking advantage, going for that leg lock. And he does escape narrowly. Kyle O'Reilly now picking him back up, going for the sprawl, but it's not going to work. Zack Sabre Jr. scouting it with the 2 neck twists. Ankle pick, and look, he's just manipulating the body here. Putting him down, picking him back up, and now roll through. Tripping him up again, and again, attacking those legs. Not giving up the assault. Kyle O'Reilly needs to at least try to break him down, but every single time he tries, Zack Sabre Jr. is there to reverse it. And that just shows you the technical prowess that he has over Kyle O'Reilly here. He needs to start working those strikes in. But every chance he gets, it seems to be shut down immediately. Now into this twisted Fujiwara armbar, and now he's bending the arm even more here and grabbing the leg. I don't even think a body's supposed to twist like that. My God, and somehow Kyle O'Reilly is the one getting up first. Punching to the gut. Trying to use those strikes. And now off the ropes. Again, dodges out the way. And now in an abdominal stretch. And he escapes it. You know, Zack Sabre Jr. has been working the legs and arms all of this match. But it seems like the strikes are still coming from Kyle O'Reilly. Hooks the leg off the Kawada kicks. Only a 1 count. And if that tells you enough of what this match is so far, currently Zack Sabre Jr. has the advantage. 1, 2. And it's only a 2 count. Not enough to put Kyle O'Reilly away. But still, in terms of who has an advantage in this matchup, it would be Zack Sabre Jr. But Kyle O'Reilly again now back on the attack. But it's still just a 1 count. He has not done enough to even secure a 2 count in this match. He needs to do more. Now back into the triangle choke here, trying to choke out Kyle O'Reilly. And he escapes again. Caught the elbow, turned into an arm takedown. And Zack Sabre systematically breaking down Kyle here. He needs to think of a game plan. He needs to stay away from the ground game. And he's back on the ground. Commentator's curse, I suppose. Center of the ring, caught in the triangle. Escapes again. Off the ropes. Big elbow. That's going to clock him. Now in the corner. And again, any chance of offense that he has is immediately snuffed out by an almost dominant Zack Sabre Jr. And again, he's caught. Nowhere near the ropes, except the ropes will not help him here. He is now stuck in the center of the ring, trying to crawl away. And he does escape. And as soon as he gets back up, Kawada kicks for him. And he's going to continue kicking his head in as much as possible. And look at this. Utter disrespect. Waiting for the crowd's reaction. Letting Kyle get back up to his feet, however. They're now going to exchange strikes. Kyle O'Reilly fired up. Let's see what he has in store. Big lariat. This is a shot in the corner. But Kyle O'Reilly with a suplex.
3.
Referee counting.
4, 5.
Zack up. Kyle's up. And he's already with the strikes. He's wearing down the elbows, trying to weaken them as much as possible. You know, putting all that pressure onto those joints is going to make submission attempts a lot harder for Zack to use on Kyle O'Reilly. He's going to be able to leverage his escapes a little bit better. And I think that's the best option, especially now that we're so far in this matchup. Back in the armbar. He escapes though. And look, just like we were talking about there, Look how easily he was able to escape, but he's now back in the suplex. And it's only a 2 count. If Kyle can continuously attack that, he may be able to secure something here. But he needs to keep attacking, and that is exactly what he is doing. Going after that elbow. And he's hitting him with some elbows of his own, and now he's back in the ground game. There's some ground and pound, now into the arm bar. He's been working the arm most of this match, but it's not going to be enough. And now pulling him in with this octopus abdominal stretch. Wearing down the body just enough, hooking the leg, and it's only a kick out at 2. Kyle O'Reilly back on the attack. He cannot let up here. German suplex. Goes behind again, but it's scouted, and there it is. That neck crank. Working the neck all match, and he's back in the submission that we've already seen so much of in this match. The arms, the legs being manipulated like a rag doll. And yet Kyle O'Reilly escapes yet again. And those Kawada kicks beginning to come through. He's been pounding the head. He's been going for the arms. What more can he do to actually put away Zack Sabre Jr.? That we do not know. But wait a minute. Leg lock. Locked in here. He escapes. Another knee to the body. He's been working the abdomens. The exhaustion beginning to settle in, however. And I think Zack Sabre Jr. has spotted that like a shark in the water. He is smelling blood. This might be Zack Sabre's chance to exact something here. And oh my goodness. Huge lariat. Kyle O'Reilly looking to secure something, but he gets back up again. Hatch suplex. And it's only a 2 count again. And you know those suplexes on the back have been doing a lot for Zack Sabre Jr. in this matchup. Kyle O'Reilly barely getting up from a lot of these suplexes and slams, but somehow able to secure that armbar. Trying to see if he can snap the arm off of Zack Sabre Jr. Goes back in and hits him with another big suplex. And oh, look at this. Kyle O'Reilly stomping in the head of Zack Sabre Jr. My God, a very physical contest here. Now locked into that wrist lock. Or maybe a Kimura, actually. And another vicious stomp. Now beckoning Kyle O'Reilly to him. I think as the match goes on, Zack Sabre Jr.'s confidence begins to elevate. Even though he's on the receiving end of a brain buster. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Ooh, a little slow there on that count. I think the referee might be a little exhausted too after seeing these two go to war. And look at that elbow stunning him. Oh my goodness! Vicious elbow as he locks in this sleeper hold. And he's gonna escape. Now again, a tried and tested move, that hatch suplex. Not gonna work. And Kyle with a tiger. And another tiger. And a face buster to boot. What's he thinking here? Off the ropes, full head of steam. Into a guillotine. Is he gonna tap? Nowhere to go. And he escapes. A submission specialist in his own right. Zack Sabre Jr. escaping the guillotine choke. But that's not enough. Brain buster. Hooks the leg again. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. And again, back into submission mode. Zack Sabre Jr. looking to tap him out. There's no rope breaks in the Iron Fist Championship tournament. Either you snap or you tap. Goes behind. Leg breaker. And look, and this is where that hesitation is going to cost Kyle O'Reilly. Back and forth these two go. Roll through. Kimura locked in. And he escapes again. And the roll through into, what the hell is that pin? Somehow, some way, Kyle O'Reilly just kicked out of one of the weirdest pins I've ever seen in my fucking life. Again, pardon the language, but this match has shown me a lot of things that I didn't think I'd ever see. And there's a vicious strike combination, but look how slowly Kyle O'Reilly had to get back up. Seems like he's hurting himself more than Zack Sabre Jr. in this match. Going for the ride again. Brainbuster. No way. Is this finally going to be the end? Zack Sabre escapes near death again. The European uppercuts connecting, stunning him as he pulls him in, hooks the triangle choke, and he seems to be fading. Kyle O'Reilly, and look at that, holding that neck that has been worked on most of this match. Zack Sabre Jr. with another emphatic victory, now winning over Kyle O'Reilly and advancing to the second round, where he will face Buddy Matthews. Another hard-hitting competitor. Zack Sabre Jr. seems to be going into it with the utmost confidence. But folks, do not go away, because the next match is coming up right now. It is going to be the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, versus the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich. And now, starting off our co-main event of the night, another Queen's Crown Championship Tournament quarterfinal. It is going to be Asuka taking on Masha Slamovich in what can only be considered a women's wrestling classic here. Two women who are known for their stiff striking styles and hard-hitting grapples are now going to fight each other here for the first time ever here at Stronggate Professional Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, I would ask you to be on the edge of your seat if you are not already, because this match is nothing short of a classic heading our way. Masha stepping into the ring with one of the greatest women's wrestlers to ever step foot in the ring. Do not argue with me on that one. You can talk to a wall. Bell rings. And Asuka with a stiff elbow to start. Now, I'm not too sure what the strategy is for both women here, but I can only assume that both women's strategies are the same, and that is to break the other one. Asuka picking her back up and a roundhouse right to the midsection. These two clashing again in the middle of the ring. Goes for the sprawl, it's countered. Gets him behind her though, into the hammerlock, but it is escaped. Back into the sprawl, and again into the hammerlock. And that just shows you the technical prowess of both of these women. They are doing it right now. Off the ropes. PK right to the dome, but Asuka's right back up. Trying to go band for band, strike for strike right now. And these two are kind of fitting the bill. Hooks the leg off of that kick. That's not going to be enough. Yeah, not even a one count there. Masha's back up like it's nothing. Down to the takedown. Roll through. Goes behind though. Sleeper hold there.
Give up.
But she breaks free. Masha definitely scouting this one. She's probably watched a lot of film. I mean, when you're going up against Asuka, that makes a lot of sense. Now back into the arm drag. Puts her into position. Now she's on top from the back. Goes into the sleeper hold again. Trying to choke out Asuka. A win for Masha here against the Empress of Tomorrow would be big for the ego going into the second round. A win against her is a big upset in my opinion. And I'm sure Asuka's not going to let this go to waste. This is an opportunity to become a world champion once again. She's going to put everything in her power to try and secure the win here. These two are going strike for strike yet again. Off the ropes now. Masha hits the corner and explodes out the corner with a combination. Elbow strikes and uppercuts as she throws Asuka back into the corner. Exploder! And Masha's back up. She's like a Terminator. And Asuka's already hitting her with kicks as she begins to hit her with even more kicks and a vicious combination of strikes from Asuka. And somehow Masha's back up like nothing into the arm wringer. Roll through again.
Oh no!
Give up.
Oh no, indeed. Masha Slamovich is a whole different breed of person. She's taken a lot of punishment in this match, but she continues to get back up. That's the resilience we're seeing here from her. Another hip attack into the corner, and now immediately going off with these strikes yet again. Masha a little bit slower to get up this time. I think she's finally worn her down. And again, that hip attack into the corner. And this is just a show of determination from Asuka here. 1, 2. A 2.9. That would have been the end of the match, but Masha somehow able to dig down deep into the reserves of her soul and find something. German suplex there by Asuka. She's been working the neck a lot. She's been working the body. Shining Wizard to the back of the head, and yet Masha just got up, said light work, and is back to it again. Off the ropes. Big elbow by Masha Slamovich there, as she begins to tee off with some strikes. Oh my lord above. Takes her down. Now into the sprawl. Asuka escapes. Goes behind. Takes her down. Flips over. Oh my, they're cooking here, folks. Back into the takedown. These two are going back and forth, not letting a single one get an inch. They're on the sleeper hold.
Give up.
Trying to choke the lights out of Asuka, but she escapes. You cannot choke out Asuka. She is a master of the sleeper hold. Oh no. Oh my. No way. Masha's back up. This is inhuman. Back into the sleeper again.
Give up.
I don't think the ref sees the rope. Bro, I think he's too... The referee is distracted by something because he did not see that rope break. That was a clear rope break. And yet he's not doing anything about it. He's letting it go. Back into this back guard again.
Give up.
Again, locking it in, and yet the referee still does not see the rope break. We're having some inconsistent refereeing here. Code breaker. Knees to skull. Both women back up, and she's right back to it. Back at the ground game. Huge chops connecting. And the strikes are flying. Masha, though, ducks and oh my lord! I bet the people in the nosebleeds heard that slap. And now, buzzsaw kick. Shout out to Jiri. 1, 2. It's only a 2 count. And the crowd on their feet. Another showcase of the women's division here in SPW. Cradle pile driver, and yet she said, I'm not done. Job's not finished. What is this? Brain buster, and she falls out of the ring. I feel like that should have been the end of the match. But Asuka somehow rolling out of the ring from the brain buster. And another buzzsaw to the dome. And now Asuka's in a tight situation. Kicks galore. German to the neck bone. Not enough. So she said, I'm going to do it again. Wait a minute. Reversal. And she slams her to the mat, trying to wear her down some more. Take down there. And she's going for the ground and pound.
Give up. Give up.
And she is really beating the face paint off. Oh no. No, there's nowhere to go this time. Brain buster. The snowplow connecting. Hooks the leg yet again. And it's not enough. And I think there may be some blood coming down the face of Asuka. I thought it was face paint at first, but that is a very bright red coming down the face as she's fired up. More strikes coming in from Asuka. And now again, oh my god, in the corner. And Masha's up, but she's stunned. And so she said, okay, take another one. Oh my god. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Another 2.9. And now Masha again going for the snowplow. Bang. That's got to do it. That's 3 brain busters. There's no way. And she kicks out again. And she's right to it. Reversal, though, from that pile driver, possibly. It's out of the way. Off the ropes. There's the hip attack. And now the Asuka lock is locked in. And Asuka has defeated Masha Slamovich here in a hellacious match. She will advance to the second round. And folks, we still have one more match in the Queen's Crown Tournament first rounder, which will come up later on in the future. Do not miss that one. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event. It is the best bout machine, Kenny Omega versus the Swiss Superman, Claudio Castagnoli. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event of the night, the best bout machine, Kenny Omega first to the ring here to face off against Claudio for that King's Crown Championship tournament placement in the second round. The winner of this match will advance to face off against their mystery opponent, whoever they may be. Now, these two may have faced off in the past, and And look at this. Claudio coming out with the Misawa colors. A classic here. Showing his respect to Mitsuharu Misawa, one of the greatest wrestlers to ever step foot in the squared circle. A legend among not just Japanese wrestling, but wrestling in general. We are in for a fight here, ladies and gentlemen. Bell rings. Here we go. And to start off, both men exchanging some strikes. Claudio, though, back. Oh, and look at this. Springing into action as he gets close enough to lock in that headlock and work the arm. If you were Claudio here, the game plan, I think, would be to ground Kenny Omega. You do not let him get his speed going. Once he gets into a groove, it's hard for him to stop. And Claudio needs to put an end to it quickly if he wants to win this match, especially in the later parts of the match. I honestly feel that Kenny Omega gets stronger as the match goes on. And if he hits you with that one-winged angel, you might as well count to 80. Count to 100, because there's no way you're kicking out of that. And look at the speed again for Kenny. You can see that Claudio has been working that neck mostly in this matchup. Kind of puts as much strain on the back and neck as possible. And of course, I think in terms of power, Claudio eclipses Kenny Omega here. He's one of the strongest wrestlers I've ever seen. And so he should be using that to his advantage to try and beat down Kenny Omega. He does have speed as well, but look at the athleticism from Kenny, scouting the back suplex and now hitting him with the super kick off the ropes. Misses the lariat. And now these two exchanging strikes. I don't know if this is a good idea for Kenny here, but he's holding his own so far. Chops and Europeans galore. They're still standing, however, but it will be Kenny with that final shot. He gets back up. Stiff elbows and Europeans again. He locks him into that collar lock onto the ground. Gets into the top position. Now locking the ankle.
Give up.
But he escapes. Kenny is definitely doing his best right now. He's doing a really good job at controlling Claudio, trying to mitigate as much damage as possible. But Claudio seems to be doing just fine as well. They haven't really made any moves yet. Wait a minute. Kenny, however, going up top. Flies out of the ring and both men back in immediately. Back into the collar lock, center of the ring. He escapes back in the top position, working the ankle, trying to break it down. And I can see where Claudio is going with this ankle attack. He's trying to wear him down as much as possible to mitigate any kind of running or jumping that Kenny needs to do later on in the match. I think that's a very good strategy there. Misses the shoulder block. He gets around. Elbow strikes. More elbow strikes. Goes behind. Again, the reversal and a super kick right to the back of the head. Not doing as much as he would think, but he's trying. Suplex and Claudio spills out of the ring. Not going to be able to do anything with that one. He's going to let him get back in. And now Claudio with a vertical suplex into the chin lock. And again, we were just talking about this here. He's working that neck yet again, trying to weaken it. Goes behind. Now in the crossface.
Give up.
Putting some pressure on the neck again. Ooh, and look at these strikes coming in. Elbows and knees. Claudio's already taken a lot of punishment from chops, elbows, kicks, you name it. And he's only getting worse as the match goes on. Deadlift, gut wrench, power bomb. And it's only a 1 count? Oh no. Gut wrench from the gut wrench suplex master, and now beginning to land those elbows on the head of Kenny Omega. Tries to work it. There's the crossface again.
Give up.
Referee does not see the rope break. He's not going to let it break. Elbows into a discus lariat. Claudio is absolutely cooking right now. Off the ropes. Big double hammer strike. And now Claudio throwing Kenny out of the ring. What is Claudio thinking? Maybe going off top? Oh, and look at this. I think this is just mocking Kenny Omega. I mean, look at this. He's running back and forth, almost showing that he has some kind of unlimited stamina reserve or something. And now going off to the other side. Is he actually going to do it this time? There is no way in hell. Claudio's jumping, and look at this again. Another show of disrespect. But now look. Claudio exhausted. And now Kenny throwing Claudio. Is he going to show him how it's done? No, he's not. I think he was just taunting him there. A little gesture. Pulls him back in. And now the chops and European uppercuts are flying. I think they just had a gentleman's agreement. No flippy shit. Now they're going to start striking for real. Suplex there. And I think that's some of the words we were just hearing from Kenny there, just to keep it in the ring. You want to keep it in the ring? Let's keep it in the ring. And now, neutralizer. Claudio hooks the leg. Will he defeat Kenny Omega here? Not enough. Just a 2 count. Picks him up. Oh, Alpha Mare Avalanche. What the fuck? Picks him up. Oh, and there's the Ricola bomb. That's got to do it, Kenny. I'm sorry. My brother, he's still in this matchup. The lights are still on up there. Poison Rana, and Claudio just sandbagged him. That is insane. Dragon. Oh, we know what's coming up next.
You can't escape.
Vintage Kenny Omega. 1, 2. No, just a 2.5. The Swiss Superman still surviving. Elbows, chops, goes behind. Not enough. And Claudio! Big lariat and another one. And he's still picking him up. Gorilla press. Showing off that strength. Shin breaker though. Working the leg. And after all of that, the referee begins to count to 10. Both men back up again. Pop up European.
Give up.
Chin checking him. It's not enough. I would have pinned him if that was me. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. And now into a neck lock of his own. Look at how he's wrenching the neck there. You know that had to hurt. Off the ropes. Big double hammer strike again. Can we see a comeback here from Kenny now? There it is. Another vintage move from Kenny. And now, more strikes beginning to land. Claudio with a European uppercut. Hooks the leg. Is this going to do it? Not enough. Still kicks out. Pulls him up and drops him. Ricola bomb. Hooks the leg again. And he kicks out. And you could see right there in that moment, Claudio beginning to wear himself down. Poison Rana. He's back up. That's 2 Poison Ranas to him. And yet he's still up. It's the damn Masawa close he's got on. Spike Hurricane Rana. He's got the neck again. He's been already landing a lot on his head. And look, it's beginning to wear him down a little bit. Hunched over. Exhaustion beginning to settle in. Another Hurricane Rana. Clothesline. Now off the ropes. And another Bulldog. But he doesn't want to pin him. No, he wants to end Claudio right now. Gets out of the way, though. Oh, my. Good Lord. 4 European uppercuts to the face of Kenny Omega. Claudio is still in this match. And now he's going for the ride. Giant swing. I'm not even going to try and count the amount of times he's rotated because I know damn well that brother is spinning. And they're back up and exchanging strikes again. Kenny, though, super kick. Shout out to the Elite. Goes behind Poison Rana. Picks him up again. Gut wrench. With enough power left. Liger bomb. 1, 2. Not enough. Not enough. These 2 top contenders right here. These 2 men could definitely be world champion material. V-trigger. Finally, we see the V-trigger connecting. Spike. Hurricane Rana. This is fast-paced. This seems to be going faster as the match begins to go on. Big Uranagi. Big elbows. He is hitting with a lot of stiff strikes here. Bulldog again. And now the double down.
3, 4.
European, go behind. Elbow to the back. Kick to the front. On all fronts. And a gut wrench suplex. Hooks the leg. Is this going to do it? I don't think so. He's still got gas left in the tank. Goes behind. Ooh. Quick scout by Claudio. Goes behind. Ooh, no. Elbow, and now going up top is Phoenix Splash. Kenny Omega with a Phoenix Splash. He's throwing out all the stop feet trigger. Dragon. Dragon. And Kenny's fired up. He's looking to put a finish on this match. V-trigger. And Claudio's up. Oh! Reversal. It's not enough. Kenny wants to put an end to this. Chops. Goes behind. Elbows. I think Kenny understands it now. Frankensteiner. And another big clothesline. He throws him into the corner. What more can he possibly do against Claudio? Ricola bomb. That's got to do it, folks. Sign it up. Oh, my Lord. He's still in this match. And yet these two are still going hit for hit. Going off the corner with a big boot. Gut wrench suplex. Kenny's up. Uranagi. Oh, wait. In the corner. Trigger. I think he was thinking Tiger Driver. Not enough. Again, Frankensteiner into the lariat. Claudio looking to end this. Taunting to the crowd. Reversal. V-trigger! And another kick to the back of the head. How many V-triggers has he endured in this match? And now, oh no.
Bang!
You might as well call it a day, bruh. Oh my God! I need to put on a V-trigger counter. One winged angel. 1, 2, 3. Kenny Omega
And good night.
has advanced to the next round of the King's Crown Championship Tournament. Danielson, Okada, they are in some deep trouble because the best bout machine just punched his ticket to the second round. Who will be his opponent? We will see in the future. But until then, folks, this has been another banger episode of Stronggate Professional Wrestling. And we will see you in the next one. Peace.